Welcome to this deep dive into quantum regression, DNA activation. We'll be doing a live DNA activation. You can also get the full benefit of the DNA activation if you're watching on the replay. And while we wait a few moments for people to tune in, an invitation for you to do what you need to do to get your energy into the optimal state, to receive this wisdom, to receive this transmission. I'm going to share this out with some of the beautiful people in my life, some of the amazing souls. I call it soul family. I believe this is a time where the people shine. And when you shine, the other shiny people, they see you, they recognize you, you remind them of their shininess. And this is how we bring the tribes together. You can think about yourself like a big lighthouse. As you're going through your day, you're shining, and other people, they feel that pull. They come into your orbit. They feel how exciting and alive you are. And this is one of the things I love to observe. I love people watching. You can literally see in people's eyes when they are really alive. Let me know in the comments if you know what I mean. Can you just see sometimes that fire, that passion, the aliveness in the people? And there's no pressure for you to be that, not all of the time. Maybe you have moments where you really feel, whoa, I'm alive right now, I'm excited, I can feel it, I love this game that we're in, I love this movie that we're in, this life is beautiful. And you light those fires of passion and inspiration in people's hearts. And maybe other times, other people do that for you. Everything in life is cycles. It's all about giving and receiving. So today is my birthday, 10th of March. There's nothing I would rather do right now than be here and share my love and my energy with all of you beautiful people that have supported me on my journey. If I can light a fire in you, if I can remind you of how powerful and beautiful and special you are, then it will all be worth it. When you are living an aligned life, when you are on purpose, when you are shining as brightly as you can, for me, sharing that with other people is just one of the most incredible gifts. When you teach, you learn things on a whole deeper level. And so today, as I'm sharing with you about quantum regression, as I'm going to share with you about DNA activation, we're going to go deep into what does it mean to be quantum? How can we use this as a tool for clearing trauma, for activating our gifts and abilities, for helping this entire planet, for upgrading the consciousness of all our brothers and sisters. Most people have no idea about the power that is in their DNA. Today we're going to go deep into all of that. So if that sounds exciting, let me know in the comments. I can see loads of people saying happy birthday. Thank you all so much. Birthdays are very interesting, aren't they? They were loaded with me growing up as a time for getting together with family, getting together with friends. But there was this thing we used to do, which was to get crazily drunk. Since I was 14 years old, that was when we started abusing alcohol, me and my friendship group. That was what we did on our birthdays. We got blind drunk, like literally crazy, so you don't even remember it. You wake up the next day feeling absolutely awful. And today, on my birthday, I'm 6 years sober now. Completely transformed my life when I had my awakening in 2016. I will not be consuming any alcohol today. I do have here in this beautiful cup that says, "You are so loved." I do have some cacao. I did a cacao ceremony with my 2-year-old daughter earlier. And I will wake up tomorrow feeling fresh. There will be no hangover. That was a big shift in my life. And before we get into the quantum regression and the DNA activation, let's just talk about this thing about consuming, because there is a field of study called epigenetics. If you never heard about this, grab your pen, grab a paper. This is going to be deep for you. So epigenetics is the study of your genetics, your genes. It has been proven that the things you consume change your genes. They literally change your genetic makeup. So when you are surrounded by certain energies, it shuts off parts of your genetic makeup. When you are around certain energies, it activates your genes. The foods you eat literally change your genetic makeups. It makes you immune to certain diseases, just the food you consume. What foods do you normally consume on your birthday? Sugar, fat, junk foods, right? I started my day with a watermelon. That's what me and my daughter had. That's how we start our day, with fruits, alive foods. What do you think that does to your genes, to your DNA? What do you think that tells your being? And here's something deep that you may never have heard before. It's estimated that the human body produces between 50 and 70 billion new cells every day, roughly. It's something like that. So every second, I just posted about this recently, every single second your body makes about 800,000 new cells. And guys, every second you make about 1,500 sperms. Now, how are you programming those cells every second? Because they've never had instructions before. Think about that. You've just made like 4 million new cells in the last 5 seconds. Are they inspired? Are you programming them with health, with vitality? Are you giving them this passion? Are you telling them this is the direction we're going in? Or are you just letting them be programmed by the things around you? And there's no good or bad or right or wrong. I don't want to make you feel like you're not doing well, because you're doing amazingly. Just by being on this call, just by watching this right now, that tells me you are one of the people on the leading edge of consciousness. That tells me you are one of the people that is committed to growth, to learning, to bettering yourself, to improving, to energizing, to activating. Can you absorb that for a moment? You are on the leading edge of consciousness. You are one of the most conscious beings on this earth. And we are here to lead a way. We are here to help and shift the collective consciousness. If you want to, there's no pressure. If you don't do it, somebody else will. If you don't write that book, somebody else will. If you don't make that course, somebody else will. If you don't run that workshop, if you're not coaching and guiding people, someone else will. Everybody's going to find their way. But there's an invitation. Can you feel the invitation? There's a pull. It's saying, hey, you know this. Your family, your friends, your community, they can learn from you. You have something really powerful to teach. Would you like to teach that? Does that feel exciting to you? These are the whispers that I get in my meditations. And this brings us nicely into the quantum realm. So we have released our Quantum Regression online course. It is one of the most incredible courses I ever released. I got told to do it 5 years ago. It took me 5 years to get ready to release it. That's 5 years of me up-leveling myself. I channeled it in 2017 to make this modality and get it out to the world so people can really activate their DNA, really clear childhood traumas, reprogram memories from past lives, from parallel universes, from wherever you think it comes from. When you start playing with people's subconscious minds, it gets really, really deep. Do you think you are just a body? I know all of you watching this, you don't, right? I know that you are aware, you have expanded your consciousness to a level where you know that you are so much more than just your body. Now, how deep does that go? Because when I had traditional psychotherapy growing up, they only worked on the level of the mind. And what we do in quantum regression, and please write this down, if you want to truly clear something, you have to get to the root cause of it. And when you get to the root cause of it, you have to clear it physically, mentally, emotionally, and energetically, or you could call that spiritually. If I work with non-spiritual people, I call that energetically. I'm super scientific. I've got a beautiful logic brain. I'm super spiritual. I talk with angels and the cosmos, and I channel and I do all these wonderful ceremonies. I sit right in the middle. So as we go through this deep dive into quantum regression, let me know if you have any questions in the chat. I'll try and answer as many of them as I can. I will try and explain all the spiritual things very scientifically. I did do a 3-hour version of this just a few weeks ago. So if you would like that replay of the full 3-hour version, write DNA replay in the chat, and I'll make sure to get that 3-hour quantum regression and DNA activation sent to you. But today I'm going to keep this to around about 45 minutes to an hour. So let's go deep into it. What does quantum mean? Let me know. Does anybody know? What does quantum mean? It's kind of a popular buzzword in the spiritual space right now, but what does it really mean? So quantum means the smallest observable particles, the smallest observable unit of measure. And this is where quantum physics gets really exciting, because when they have created this like Hadron Collider now, they're observing these tiniest particles, and what quantum physicists have shown is that there is no end. The more you observe, the smaller and smaller the particles get, infinite levels deep. And when you look at the bigger picture, it's the same. As above, so below. When you go into your cells and you look at how your cells work and how your DNA works, and then you look at the cosmos, there are so many similarities on the macro and the micro level. So we can use this. Let me give you an example. I had a client, beautiful person, really amazing. We did a session together, and they shared that one of their biggest challenges was receiving love. They were a mum, they had a whole life, their kids are grown up now, but they said they struggled to let people truly love them. And this was a part of my journey too. And so we sat with that. Now what we want to always do is get to the root cause. What is the root cause of this inability for you to let people love you? You can follow the energy. Energy holds memories. It's like this thread. Some people call it timeline therapy. We call it regression. You can go right back to the very root cause. Why is this thing showing up in my life? And oftentimes it's something from your childhood. Something someone said, something that happened, something someone did, and then you made a decision about how you would show up in the world. Maybe someone hurt you. Maybe someone broke your heart. Maybe a parent didn't give you the love that you wanted. And then you decided it wasn't safe to open your heart. So many of us, and let me know if this is you, we're what's called highly sensitive people, HSPs. There's loads of books about HSPs. Highly sensitive people. We wear our hearts on our sleeves. We put ourselves out there. But what happens then often is people hurt us. And especially in our childhood, right? Especially because most of them, they just don't have the consciousness levels to accept it, because they were hurt or traumatized when they were kids. And so then we go, oh, this hurts. I keep putting love out and people don't take it and it hurts. And so we stop. And this is what I did. This is exactly what I did. I made this decision that I would not let anyone close to me, so they couldn't hurt me. And until I was 27 years old, that was how I lived my life. People thought they knew me, they thought they were close to me, but they weren't. They really weren't, because I didn't dare show them who I really was. And I had these masks, I had this facade, I had this pretend personality. Let me know if any of this resonates with you. I was pretending. Now, when you're pretending, when you're not even showing people the real you, how can they love you? My wife cracked my heart wide open. I met her in 2015, about 6 months, maybe 7 months before my spiritual awakening. She genuinely cared about me. She asked me questions about who I am at the deepest level, and she really wanted to know. Have you met anybody like that? Maybe you are like that. Maybe you just sit with someone. Maybe that person's never even had presence before. She sat with me. She asked me who I am and what I love and what is important to me and what my goals are, what my dreams are. Who loves having these kind of these conversations, right? What your goals are, what your dreams are, what am I afraid of? And I cried like a baby. I could just feel all of this energy releasing, this trauma releasing from my body, from my being, because I was just so desperate for someone to love me. I just wanted someone to actually take the time to care. And it's not that the people in my life before that didn't care, they just had so much of their own stuff going on. They didn't even know how to do what we now call hold space. And so in this client session, this is what we did. We went back and we found the root of why she was stopping people from truly loving her. We cleared it. I teach you different tools in the Quantum Regression course, how you can literally clear that energy. But write this down, this is really important. You have to clear it from your cellular memory and also at the DNA level. Your DNA holds memories. Scientists have mapped out the entire genetic makeup of fruit flies, for example. They know, and they can create with the genetic manipulation, they can create flies. They know if they take out this part of the code, because it's just like a code, the flies will be born with no eyes or no wings or whatever. They've mapped that out. Humans are a little bit more complicated, but it's essentially the same thing. And people, I don't agree with this, I'm not saying this is good or right, but people are now able to create designer babies. You can choose your baby's eye color, hair color, you can choose certain parts about their genes when you get artificially inseminated. Now, how is this possible? Because your DNA is like a code and you can upgrade that code. I'm a big geek, I love computers. I used to work for a computer software company as a sales director. I get how that works, and the food that we eat is codes. This cacao, this was grown in Venezuela. This has all of the codes from Venezuela in it, from the soil, from the sun. When I drink this now, I've just taken codes into my body from the soil in Venezuela. Do you ever think about that? And this is called ceremonial grade cacao. So this is grown with the intention to be used for healing, to be used in ceremony. When you sit with your food, when you sit with your water, you can open yourself to receive the codes. You can open yourself to receive the fullest nourishment from it. And an invitation, if you're able to do that now, to just take a nice deep breath in and out. See if you can soften and open and surrender to receive these words that I'm saying. To receive the energy from the cosmos, all the energies that are in your highest good. When you breathe in, what do you think you're breathing in? You're breathing in codes. How many molecules do you think are in every breath that you take? Hydrogen and nitrogen and oxygen and carbon dioxide, and what are you breathing in? That goes into your cells, right? That air that nourishes your cells, that literally brings you energy. You're breathing in energy from the cosmos. And this is just talking on the physical level. This is just like the chemistry level. What do you think you're breathing in on the energy level every time you take a breath? And an invitation for you to tune in to whoever or whatever you believe in, whatever you call the energy that creates worlds, whatever you call that energy that turns an apple seed into an apple tree and lets the apple tree grow apples every single year, whatever that thing is, that creation, that prime creation energy, that purest source of energy, an invitation for you to tune into that and see if you can feel what it feels like to breathe life energy into your body right now. Your breath, this beautiful breath that we breathe, this is a gift that's been given since the day you were born. You took your first breath. It's always there for you. It nourishes you every moment. Most of us, we're just not even conscious of it. I made a decision in 2016. I invested in a mentor. It was £12,000 for a 1-year program. It was basically £1,000 a month. And he taught me how to breathe. I know that sounds crazy, but I was breathing wrong for the first 27 years of my life. When you breathe in, breathe deep into the belly. When you breathe out, feel your belly go back in. This is called abdominal breathing. This is what babies do. This is how babies breathe. I've got a 5-day-old daughter. She was born on the 6th of March. She's beautiful. She breathes from her belly. She knows. No one had to teach her. Try again. Take a nice deep breath into the belly. And out. Most of us are so caught up in the physical, we don't think about the quantum, so we don't think about what happens every time you breathe. So you take a breath in, that energy goes into your cells, literally oxygenates your body, it goes through your blood, your heart pumps that through your entire being. So every breath you take, you're breathing in this purest source energy, because that is what everything is made of. Oh, this is a deep one if you've never heard this before. And you take a nice deep breath in and out, and see if you can receive this. There is only one thing. There is only one energy. There's just one thing. We're all a part of the one thing. You can call it the oneness. You can call it whatever name resonates with you. The quantum regression that we teach, it's universal. It's not anything to do with any particular religion. It combines aspects of all the wisdom I've taken from all different modalities that I've learned. I'm a certified hypnotherapist. I've studied Reiki and Theta and Shamanism for the past 6 years. I've traveled all around the world. I'm a meditation teacher. I take all these different parts and the channeled wisdom. This is what we share. My direct experience after thousands of hours of meditation, sitting in ceremonies, learning from great masters all around the world. After thousands of hours, I know experientially that there is just one thing, and we are all a part of it. You are a beautiful expression of the oneness. That energy that creates worlds, that's what you are made from. There's no other way it can be. That's not spiritual, that's just pure energy, common sense. So we're all different aspects. The phone you're watching this on, or the computer, or the chair you're sat on, they're all a part of the oneness too. Have you ever really sat with that before? So what does that mean? If you are the energy that creates worlds, if that is flowing through you with every breath, how can we use this? We have a physical body, we have a mental body, we have an emotional body, we have an energetic body. You can literally breathe this energy into your beingness consciously. And many people do this. I've been on this path of health, fasting, extended fasting, and I'm studying something called breatharianism at the moment. There are people, many of them on our planet right now, who have transcended the need for food or water. They get all the energy they need from the sun, from the ether, from the earth. I was out in Mexico training with a breatharian last year now. Human times, interesting, isn't it? I was training with a breatharian. He travels around the world. He teaches people how to do this. And here's what he said, and this will change your life, so get ready for this. He said he learned that he could breathe light into his body and recharge his battery that way. And the more light he breathed into his body, the less he wanted food. And as he continued to go through this meditation process of breathing light into his body, into his cells, into his DNA, eventually he didn't need food at all. And then he would eat for pleasure, but then eventually even that, it didn't become pleasurable. And now when he's hungry, he sits and he breathes and he nourishes himself from the ether, from the earth. There's a civilization you might not have heard of called the Tartarian Empire. This is lost history, lost as in buried on purpose. The Tartarian Empire, they were one of the most successful empires on our entire planet. If you were born in Egypt, you probably heard of them, or Russia, you probably heard of them. But if you were born in the West, it's purposefully not in our history books. They had these devices, these buildings that could take energy from the ethereal realm and turn that into usable energy sources, free energy systems. I'm aware as I'm sharing that, I don't know if I'm allowed to share that on social media. I got my social media accounts deleted in October 2020 for sharing too much truth. I had 20,000 followers on Facebook. I had like 5,500 on Instagram. I got deleted. I'm rebuilding it now, and I am being more well behaved on these platforms. So, but I've said it, okay. This was a part of our societies. You can go look up the Tartarian Empire. Let me know if you've ever looked that up before. Go just type in Tartarian architecture. You'll see these buildings they used to make like 500 years ago. We can't even make them now. They have drones that go and they can see under the earth, right? So they have drones that go over the Amazon jungle. Underneath the Amazon jungle, there are roads, there are buildings. There was an entire civilization underneath what is now called the Amazon jungle. How fascinating is that? Our history, his story has been corrupted and twisted, and one of the reasons for that is they don't want you to know how powerful you and your ancestors were. When I say they, I think you all know who I mean. We're playing this game of chess, basically, and there's a team. They might be the black pieces, we're the white pieces. They make their move, we make our move. We're playing this great awakening game. It's very, very exciting. And we're in it now. Isn't this such an exciting time to be alive? Wild. Absolutely wild. I was talking with a friend earlier about the past few years and how it's taken me to like these depths I've never been to before, the depths of love, but also the depths of despair. I've cried more in the past 3 years than probably ever before in my whole life because of the things I found out about this game that we're living in, and it lights a fire in my heart to create quantum regression, to get this modality out to people. The mission at the moment is to get this modality out to 10,000 people this year. To have 10,000 people all around the world practicing this technique, opening themselves to love. Imagine anything, any blocks around abundance, blocks around love, anything that's stopping you from being playful and joyful, any blocks that are stopping you from having loving relationships, any blocks that are stopping you from being physically healthy, reprogramming your subconscious mind. Maybe you've had some trauma in the past, so you can use quantum regression. If you have depression, PTSD, you can clear those very quickly using this technique, because every physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual dis-ease that you have is here for a reason. And once you get the reason, once you clear it at the root level, the thing goes like that. Let's come back to the client I was talking about earlier. We got to the root cause of why she couldn't love. We cleared it. Boom. Whole life changed. Now she can be more loving with her family. Now she can start their dream business, and she has done that, and it's been beautiful to watch her blossom. What is possible for you if you really clear things at the root level? Just take a moment to be with that. Is there something in your life right now? Some area of your life that you would love to upgrade? Are you as confident as you would like to be? Can we get to the root cause of where that lack of confidence comes from? Is it a fear of public speaking? Is it a fear of being yourself? Is it being scared to step out? To be ostracized? That's a really normal one. That's actually a part of our survival instinct, right? To be in tribes, to be in groups. And when we start going against the tribe, when we start going against the collective, when we start carving our own path, that can be really uncomfortable. But here's the thing. Let me know, any of you, if you were in your family the black sheep, the odd one out. Let me know if that was you. Because what's happened now is we are bringing together the tribe. We call it the Quantum Regression Tribe, right? Or the Soul Tribe. We're bringing them together. And all these people who were the odd ones out, who were the black sheep, they are now in the tribe. So we're a tribe of odd ones out. So actually now we're a unified tribe of these beautiful people who have amazing gifts. And you could call yourself a rainbow sheep, a unicorn, a dolphin. I don't know what you identify as. Whatever that thing is for you, we are all that now, and it's such an exciting time. I can stand here and I can share with you that I have psychic gifts and abilities, that I learned how to switch those on using quantum regression. I didn't used to be able to see angels. I didn't used to be able to talk to the cosmos. I didn't used to be able to channel and do healings with my hands. I learned how to do that by doing these clearings. I can tell you that, right? And most of you will receive that and go, whoa, that sounds cool. How can I do it? So, isn't this a great time? Isn't this an amazing time? And we have this technology, right? We have this social media, which has its pros and it has its cons. But one of the big pros is people all around the world can watch this. You can tag your friends in this right now. If you want to share this to your profile right now, if you know that anybody in your circle might want to listen to this, tag them, put them in the thing. Let's get all the people that we care about to know, at least to know, that it's possible for them to be happy. Most people don't know that it's possible for them to heal themselves without going through years and years and years of conventional therapy. If you've seen my talks and my workshops before, if you've been to any of my retreats or anything like that, you'll know that when I was 10 years old, I was sent to a psychiatric institution. And this was a real identifying moment in my life. I was expelled from primary school. I was getting into lots of fights. I was causing trouble. And the teachers and the doctors, they told my mum I needed to go and be assessed, basically. So they sent me to this psychiatric institution for 6 weeks. And there were people in there who were like self-harmers, bulimic, schizophrenic, real like intense mental health issues and challenges. And that was one of the scariest times of my life, because I was literally taken away from my family. And that was where I developed this cage around my heart, where, because I had that feeling, and I've got my mum's side of the story now. I know how tough that was for her. She didn't know what else to do, right? And the school system didn't know what to do with me, and the conventional medical system didn't know what to do with me. So that was what they knew how to do, was to send me away to an institution. And I closed my heart that day. And I made this decision that it wasn't safe to be myself. After 6 weeks, I got my diagnosis, and they basically told me that I was a really gifted child and I wasn't challenged enough. So I was acting out because I was bored. That was the diagnosis. How can we create a more supportive world? How can we create a more supportive system for these gifted children? There are so many of them right now. I've got my beautiful 2-year-old daughter. I've got my 5-day-old daughter. Thankfully, I've raised my consciousness to a level where they will, if they ever tell me that they have gifts and abilities, I'll be so intrigued to help them, nurture them. But a lot of us, and especially a lot of the people outside of the circles where we've already done the work, they don't know about this stuff yet. So we're on a mission to let everybody know that it's totally normal to be able to feel things deeply. You might call it an empath, to be able to feel the things that are happening around you. Oh, here's something great. Did you know that the human eye can only see less than 1% of the visible, of the electromagnetic spectrum? So the visible spectrum of light is less than 1%. So 99% of what's going on around you right now, you cannot see with your eyes. So if you close your eyes, an invitation, if it's safe for you to do so, to close your eyes, take a nice deep breath in and out. Try and imagine, what could you see without your eyes? What might be going on around you right now? that you can't see with your human eyes? What is the other 99% of what's going on? And this is a fun game to play, just to start opening ourselves to more than what the 5 main senses we know can see and feel and interpret. And if you've ever watched the Matrix movie, there's a brilliant part in the Matrix where Morpheus says, what is real? If real is just the things that we can see and hear and taste and touch, then real is simply electrical impulses being picked up by the brain. And when you start working at things at the quantum level, you start to change what real means. And I'm going to go deep into that now. Have you ever had a dream that was so real it couldn't possibly be imagined? Have you ever seen a vision that was so clear, so specific, you know it can't have been made up? This is one of the things we teach on the Quantum Regression course in Quantum Regression Level 2. We teach you how to use the law of time. You can literally see future timelines, past timelines, do regressions into past lives, see other versions of yourself in other realities. There's something called quantum jumping, because there is so much more to this world than just this version of your now. And this is not anything spiritual, this is just pure quantum physics. They have shown, and it's common among quantum physicists, that time, as we know it, does not exist in the way we think it does. There's no such thing as the past. There's no such thing as the future. There's just now. Time is not linear. There's just this one moment, which is now. Everything is happening now. Your consciousness is just in a different place. I told you this would be deep. So that means all your childhood memories, they're happening now. All of the future versions of you that you don't know about yet, that you haven't perceived yet, they're happening now. All the versions of you, if you have ever gone down this path before, in alternate realities, other versions, other universes, other dimensions, they are all happening now. And you can access that wisdom when you are in that still point. This is why meditation is so important. And you can get people to do sessions with you. So I do one-on-one sessions with people. I also have a 6-month mentorship program where I can show you how to do this. We can go with you. I can take you into your future. And this is one of my favorite things to do. We'll take you into your future. You can see what is possible for you. And then you can choose if you want to align with that timeline. This is what happened to me in 2016. When I got my connection to the oneness, I was just in meditation, I was totally sober. I got this connection to the oneness. It started showing me these timelines, and it showed me a timeline of myself as a healer. I'd never really thought about that before. I was on stage in front of thousands of people, and I asked if anybody in the audience had anything they wanted to heal, and somebody said they had cancer. And this vision was so real. It's like a lucid dream if you've ever done lucid dreaming, which is a powerful thing to explore if you haven't yet. So it was so real. And I went and I took this person's hand, and they were healed instantly from cancer. And then the cosmos, whatever you like to call it, your highest self, he said, is this a timeline you would like to align with? And I was just blown away. I was crying. I was like, yes, I would love to learn how to do that. I would love to be able to do those kind of instant things, because I'd read about them. There are thousands of documented cases of people healing from cancer, healing broken backs, healing all sorts of things that are supposedly impossible to heal. We can do it instantly. There's a great story by one of my greatest mentors called Wayne Dyer. He went and had his knees scanned, and he was told he had to have knee replacement surgery. He went to Italy to the temple of St. Francis of Assisi, and he had an instant healing, and his knees healed themselves completely. He went back for the scan. Knees were absolutely fine. Doctors have no idea how to explain it. All of these things are possible. We had a client who came to one of our quantum regression workshops. He had a pain in his jaw for 10 years. He had all sorts of therapies, all sorts of treatments. None of it worked. I taught him this quantum regression process. Somebody did it on him, their first ever time doing it, And in 1 hour, his pain went away and it has gone forever. 10 years of pain gone in 1 hour, because what did we do? We connected to the pain. We went to the very root cause of it. He saw this vision of himself when he was a child. He figured out exactly why that pain was there. Because everything in your life is there for a reason. Everything, every relationship you keep attracting, every dis-ease, all of the blocks that you have, they're there for a reason. You choose this at the deepest level, at the quantum level, at the ultimate soul level, highest self. You choose this because he wanted to go and remember that part of his childhood. We reprogrammed it, pain gone. As soon as you get the message, the thing doesn't need to be there anymore. This is one of the key tenets of regression therapy. Now, whether you do regression with us or with someone else, go and learn a regressive modality. I've had all different kinds of hypnotherapy, Reiki, Theta Healing, shamanic things. I've done hundreds of ceremonies, and all of them are powerful in their own way. But the most powerful modality I ever learned is regression. Just get straight to the root of it. And hypnotherapy is great. If any of you have done hypnotherapy or you've had hypnotherapy sessions, let me know below. If any of you are Reiki or Theta or shamanic practitioners, breathwork, yoga, all of them played a part in my journey. But here's the thing, a lot of people will go on a 200-hour yoga teacher training and they will learn a lot, but they're not confident after 200 hours. They can't go and actually help people to cure anything. They might be on the path to doing so. Quantum Regression, the course we teach, is 6 hours, and you can literally, just like that person did, help someone clear 10 years of pain in a 1 hour session. Gone. Amazing. I can see someone's done QHHT. Yeah, that's Quantum Hypnosis by Dolores Cannon. Very powerful, very powerful. I had a QHHT session recently. Here's the challenge with it. When I did my hypnotherapy training, they teach you how to read from scripts. So you ask the person what they want to clear, and then you put it into the script, and then you read the script to them. There's this like half an hour or 40-minute thing called an induction, where you take them on a process, and they're going down the stairs, and they're getting very sleepy, and their eyes are getting super heavy, and you go 10, 9, right? You know about that. My hypnotherapy teacher told me, he said, 95% of what I'm about to teach you is complete BS, totally unnecessary. You don't need to spend 30 or 40 minutes to get somebody into state, but they expect it, and so we still do it. He said, that's why a hypnotherapy session is 3 hours. Not because it needs to be. You can get someone into state like that. And you've seen hypnotherapists who do that, right? They click their fingers and the person's in state. This is more like what we teach you in the quantum regression. You can get someone into the state in about 60 seconds. There's no script. You don't have to learn anything like that. It's totally old school. And my hypnotherapist trainer was so honest. He's like, this is just BS. You don't need to do this. So in 6 hours, we can teach you this technique. This is why I'm so passionate about it, because a lot of people, especially in the West, they have short attention spans. Let me know if you agree with that, right? Are they going to come and spend 200 hours learning a course? Is that what most people will do? No, absolutely not, right? So if we can teach them in 6 hours how to do this, this is the level 1. And then the level 2, if you want to go deeper, is 12 hours. But level 1 gives you the tool for life. One of my superpowers is taking very complex things and explaining them in a really simple way. I've been teaching most of my life. I've had businesses. I started my first real business when I was 18 years old. So I've been training people, coaching people, guiding people for so long now. It's really allowed me to take this quantum regression, and my hypnotherapy training was 4 days. I teach you in 6 hours. It's pretty cool, hey? Amazing. I can see loads of people have done Reiki and hypnotherapy and shamanic and Theta. Yeah, Theta is one of my favorites. I had a huge activations around Theta. Reiki was amazing. It taught me how to channel energy, it taught me how to transmit energy to other people, you know, all powerful parts. We do teach in the Q-RIT level 2, we teach you how to connect to the purest source of energy, how to transmit that to people. We call it a DNA activation. And we have something called the Divine DNA Blueprint. And this is what I channeled. And I actually don't use Reiki in the common way that we do anymore, because I learned how to channel a different kind of energy, which is my own unique soul signature. And this is what I teach you, how to transmit your highest self, your highest, purest energy, because you're all unique beings. How you transmit that to people. And when you do that, you will see people shift so fast. I can feel the energy coming out of my hands right now. Okay, if anyone would like to receive this energy, it feels very exciting, very powerful. I'm going to transmit it to everybody that is on the call right now. So if you would like to get nice and comfy, take some deep breaths in and out, setting the intention that you receive everything that's in your highest good, that's in the highest good of all. If you'd like to, you can close down the eyes. Breathe deep into the belly. Soft, sweet breaths. Open, soften, relax. And allow yourself to feel and receive this beautiful energy, to activate and awaken your DNA to the highest possible potential that you're able to receive at this moment. And there's nothing you need to do, everything will be done. You just breathe, soften and relax. And the invitation for you to feel what it feels like to be activated and awakened at the perfect way for you. Maybe you can literally feel yourself vibrating. Maybe you can feel your vibration raising. Maybe you can see or imagine what it would look like for your cells to be upgrading themselves, for your DNA to be turning on. Maybe you can see that double helix that you often see with the DNA. Maybe you can see parts of it that have been dormant literally activating. Asking that anything that no longer serves you is released, removed and cleared across all time frames, all dimensions, all planes of reality, and in all directions of space and time from now to the beginning of creation and beyond. You can just feel that energy being transmuted into pure love, sent to the highest and best place for it at this time. And whenever you release energy, it creates a void. Maybe you're releasing some programs from your childhood. Maybe you can feel your brain rewiring itself. Maybe you can feel your nervous system relaxing. What would you love to replace this with? What would you love to bring more of into your life? You could breathe pure love into your being right now. You can ask this creation energy that creates worlds to fill you up with joy or abundance or peace or harmony or whatever it is that you would love to be filled with. Maybe that has a color. What color would that be? Could you breathe that color into your cells, into your DNA? Maybe love looks to you gold or white or pink, right? Whatever is right for you is perfect. Maybe there's a rainbow you're breathing in. Can you feel that energy coming into your cells? Can you see it literally clearing out any gunk, any things that don't serve you? Maybe you're aware of what's being cleared out, or maybe you're just going to let it go. I see our consciousness is a lot like a hot air balloon. And most of us, we're trying to fly, but we're just weighed down by so much baggage. We can just now see that baggage being released, cords being cut that no longer serve us. Allow them all to be transmuted. Let go of the sandbags, the ropes that are holding you to the ground. Just let it all go. Feel your consciousness raising as you take a nice deep breath in and out. and asking now for any final adjustments to be made to your physical, mental, emotional, and energetic body, anything that's in your highest good. Any gifts and abilities that you're ready now to open and activate, to be opened and activated in the perfect way with ease and grace and beauty. That you may learn and remember how to use them. And if you need any guidance of how to use them, that you're guided to the perfect place, to the perfect guide, the perfect teacher who can show you. That you can channel the wisdom from your inner knowing. Maybe you'll write it down, maybe you'll just know. Everybody has different superpowers. And feeling what it feels like now to be really grounded. To be really present in your body. Breathing and bringing your fullest energy into your body. Bringing any soul fragments that are ready to be brought into your being, into you now. From any places. Feeling that deep connection with your body, with your being. Harmonizing your brain with your heart, with your gut. Asking for all your energy centers to be optimized to the perfect spin and balance for them at this time. Maybe you can see your energy field, maybe you can perceive it or feel it somehow. Asking for your energy field to be cleared now. For your room, for your house, your home, wherever you are. For the purest love, the purest light to come and cleanse your space. So you can continue for the rest of your day on this optimal timeline, this highest timeline that's possible for you. That you know the choices to make, that you have the courage, the strength, the clarity, and the wisdom and the insight to do the things and make the choices that are in your highest good. That you feel nourished and supported on your mission. That you attract all of the resources, all of the abundance, all of the people that you need to live your most incredible life. Thanking whoever or whatever you believe in for this process. When you're ready, taking a deep breath, having a stretch. Oh, you can open your eyes. And without speaking, an invitation for you to grab a notepad, grab a pen, just write down anything that came up for you, anything that feels important. Just take a moment. Get used to taking these things from the ethereal realm, from the energy realm, and bringing them through you, channeling them into your body, into your being, and then writing them down. When you write something down, you're taking something from the ether, you're making it physical, you're bringing it into this world, into this realm. It's a very powerful process, writing things down. What came up for you? Maybe you'd like to share some of them in the chat. What came up for you? How are you feeling? What is your mission? What are you creating in this lifetime? How are you here to be in the most joy, to enjoy this game, this movie that we live in? What is your highest truth? Did you see any vision of your future? What's possible for you? Do you know? Quantum regression is a huge part of my mission. I've spent thousands of hours learning and figuring out things that do work and don't work, and now we've made it into this modality where you can learn it in just 6 hours. I'll share the link below. You can go on my profile, you can go on all my social medias, you'll see the link for the Quantum Regression Level 1 certification. I'd love to invite you to come and join us in our Quantum Regression Tribe if that feels exciting. One of the things we haven't talked about yet is when you join, you get access to our group and you can get as many sessions as you want with other graduates. Unlimited one-on-one sessions for life when you join our Quantum Regression Tribe. I have paid thousands and thousands of pounds for one-on-one sessions. I've had hundreds of one-on-one sessions done on myself. You get all of those included when you join the Quantum Regression, and everybody you have a session from has different superpowers. Just look at all these beautiful people who've been commenting on here saying that they do Reiki and Theta and Q-HT and Hypnotherapy and Shamanic Healing. Every person who you connect with and do a one-on-one session with, here's what happens. Oh, this is really cool. At the quantum level, every particle in your being is connected to every other particle in the cosmos. That's just quantum physics. That's just truth. So when you upgrade another being, you actually start upgrading yourself. So if you do a session with someone and you help them to open to more love, your cells and your DNA remember that too. It literally shifts everything for the entire collective when you start changing yourself. Every time you change another particle, you upgrade another particle, you remind it more of its truth. It changes every other particle in the cosmos. So when you do sessions, just by being here today, just by listening to this, we have changed the entire cosmos. We've brought more love and joy and understanding and compassion into this world. Isn't that cool? So when we have 10,000 people practicing this and more, I see this expanding out. It's just like Reiki has now. You know, you have your level 1, your level 2, your masters. We're doing it in a very similar kind of way. I don't know anybody else who's teaching quantum regression in this way. Most of the regressive modalities, you have to spend days learning these scripts, and your sessions are 3 hours long, and it's so complicated. There's none of that. There's no script. Teach you how to flow from the heart. It's an 11-step process. It's a map. You just have the 11 steps. You just have the map with you, and then you can take people on the journey. I have another invitation for you. This is one of my visions, big visions right now we're working on. When I channel, remembering time doesn't exist in the way we think it does, I see these future timelines of what is possible for our planet. I see a world where everybody lives in peace and love and harmony and in what I call unity consciousness, in oneness consciousness. And I channeled this when I was in America a few months ago. It told me by 2027 we can get the majority of the world in that place. Can you imagine the majority of the world living in unity consciousness? When you live in unity consciousness, everybody, every single person, every other being, animal, tree, they're a part of you, so you would never hurt another part of you. There's no violence. No one would ever steal from themselves. We support and love each other. No one would go hungry, because if you see another part of yourself that's hungry, you would give them. If you see another part of you that needs money, you would give them. There's no scarcity. Everybody lives in abundance. Lying doesn't exist in these other civilizations. There's many of them. In the Conversations with God books, they call it highly evolved beings on other planets. There are many of them. They've already transcended this duality game that we're playing. They live in unity consciousness. They share everything. There's no need for lies. Lying doesn't even exist. There's only truth. Why would you ever lie to another part of yourself? It would be totally pointless. And so I got told to create this group called the Visionaries. And the Visionaries is a group we meet once a month, and you can come and share your vision with the other visionaries. We've got over 200 people in that group right now. So we'll all get together. Our next meeting's in a couple of weeks. Come and join us if you'd like to. I'll share the link. Or type Visionaries if you'd like to be in the Visionaries. You come and you share your vision. Maybe your vision is to create a program that you get into schools. Maybe your vision is to create a retreat where you teach people how to completely transform their lives. You come and share that in the Visionaries. And then anybody else can contribute their ideas, resources. Some people might have money, they could give you money. Some people might have a venue, they could give you a venue. Some people might have a school, you could pilot your program in. Whatever that thing is, maybe your mission is to end homelessness. This is a big one. It hurts my heart so much to see people on the streets, especially through the winter. You know that there are enough empty homes to house every homeless person. Everyone. All it needs is a shift for the government to subsidize those people, or for those people just to open their hearts and let these people stay in their houses, but I understand why they don't do that, because a lot of us at the moment, we're driven by money, because that's such a big part of the game at the moment. You can use quantum regression in 6 hours, learn it, start a business, start a side business, start doing sessions for clients, create a 3-month program where maybe you do 1 session a week, 12 weeks. You could create this 3-month program, transform people's lives, create an extra income source for yourself, and free yourself from the financial system. You don't have to work a job you don't want to work anymore. You only have to work a job you don't want to work anymore if you choose to. It's the easiest time to start a business. It's never been easier. You can learn it all. You can partner with someone. If you're not good at business, partner with someone who is. Come to the visionaries. Say, I have this gift, but I don't know how to do marketing. And someone might come and do the marketing with you. They'll say, I'll partner with you. Let's do it. I believe in you. I trust you. I can feel your magic. And so using the quantum regression, we can actually free people from the financial system and help people. And in the visionaries group, when we meet, come and share your vision. Just comment visionaries below. I'll make sure to get the link across for you. When we work together, we can do anything. There is this organization at the moment, they have this 2030 agenda. We have our 2027 plan, right? We are on this path. We're on the chessboard. We're the white pieces, they're the black pieces. Not that white or black or good or bad or yin or yang is any better or worse. It's just a game we're playing, right? So let's get together. Let's organize. Let's unite. Let's help each other with our missions. We've been doing things on our own for so long. Come and bring your vision to the tribe. Let's support each other. You don't have to do everything by yourself. These people with the billions of dollars, that the bankers and all the people who control what's going on in the world, they're very organized, and that's why they can do these things. They have the media. I have to be a bit careful about what I'm saying now. Feel my inner rebel coming out. Get some kind of warning on the video saying I've been fact checked. Social media is a tool. We can use it. It's a game. I'd love to invite you to come join the visionaries. I'd love to invite you to come join the Quantum Regression Tribe. If I can support you in any way, let me know. I do one-on-one sessions. I have a 6-month mentorship program where we will transform your life in 6 months. We'll do the DNA activations. We can help you with your business. We can help you get started transforming your life, get you out there in the world, speaking your truth, whatever that fear is you have. If you have a fear of public speaking, if you know you've been holding yourself back, I would love to help you. Come and get in touch. Drop me a message. Just say, Luke, I'm ready. Maybe post it down below if you're ready. Say, I'm ready. I'll get in touch with you. Let's talk about how we can work together. I just had my daughter. When I had my first daughter, that was one of the most inspiring things that has happened to me. So this was 3 years ago. This was during lockdown. I realized, whoa, if I don't make this world a better place, who's going to do it? If I'm not brave enough to get my visions and put them out there, who's going to do it? And for whatever reason, I have a gift of bringing people together. That's what the Visionaries is. The cosmos said, hey, do you want to be the person who brings this thing together? And I said, yes, I'll do it. I don't know all the details, right? I need support. I need help. I need you. I need your ideas. I need your love. I need your energy. I need you to invite people. I want you to share this message, to tag the people who might resonate with this. Post this out on all your social medias, like help spread the awareness. I'll show up. I'll show up and I'll speak my truth, and I'll be brave and I'll be edgy. This is a bit edgy, isn't it, this video? I can always feel it. It's like, ooh, I like it. I like that though. I didn't always used to be confident at public speaking. I've invested like over £100,000 in different coaches and mentors and courses, and I've traveled all around the world learning from great masters, and it's been a beautiful journey. Wherever you're at on your journey right now, like, honor and love yourself for watching this. If this is your first step, amazing. And what is your next step? I invite you to take a nice deep breath in. and out, and tune into your highest self and ask, what is my next step? What is the one thing that I can do that will bring me closest to making my visions into reality? That's a great question. What is the one thing I can do today to bring me closest to making my visions a reality? And just write down whatever comes up. Don't try and think about it. Don't try and make any meanings out of it. Just what is the next step? What is the one thing? Just trust and write it down. You can do this every day. I learned this from one of my mentors who's great at this. Just take one step every day. Come together in community. Come learn quantum regression, learn about DNA activation. This is the fastest way. Epigenetics. Literally use your DNA. Change the things you consume, the foods, the things you watch. I don't watch violent things on TV anymore. I don't play any violent games. I don't like being around people who are caught in addictions. I'll help them, but I don't spend my majority of my time there with those people. I like to be around people who are alive, where you can see the aliveness in their eyes. I love to dance and I love to sing and I love to play. For my birthday, which is today, it's my birthday, my wife and daughter, they got me this ice bath, so I'm about to go and set that up. It's an ice bath you put in your garden, and I'm going to fill it up with cold water and ice, and I'm going to dive in it, so I'll probably go live and share that as well. And that makes you feel alive. It literally upgrades your being. It has so many benefits if you've never done that before. Use your breath. Take a nice deep breath in and out. Try and bring consciousness and presence to the multi-dimensionality of your breath. You're not just breathing. Again, in the Matrix, there's loads of clues. Morpheus says, do you think that's air you're breathing, Neo? Do you think that's air you're breathing? It's a fun play, isn't it? Create some kind of meditation practice where you can get into the stillness. I found it very difficult to calm my mind when I first started. I have loads of meditations on my YouTube channel. You can go to Luke Scott Official YouTube channel. Just type in Luke Scott Official Meditations or Luke Scott Meditations. I have loads there. I have one which is a 1-hour training where I teach you how to calm the mind. It's a part of what we will teach if you do the 6-month program. There's also an app you can get called Headspace, Headspace. I used that for several months, short 10-minute meditations. It teaches you to calm the mind, quiet the mind. It was a big part of my awakening. You have to clear your physical vessel. I started doing water fasting. I went 3 days with no food, just water. Lots of breath work, lots of time in nature. Really clearing my body of anything that doesn't serve me. That was a big reason why I had my awakening. So we're optimizing our physical body. I mostly eat fruits now. I've been primarily fruitarian for almost 4 years. Gorillas mostly just eat fruits, called frugivores. That's what I have found is what my body wants. You get all the amino acids that you need from fruits. When you eat protein, I've been doing bodybuilding since I was 17 years old. When you eat protein, your body breaks down that protein. It's quite an intensive process. It breaks it down into amino acids. They're like the Lego blocks, and then it builds them back up into proteins again. So it breaks down protein into amino acids, turns amino acids into proteins. It's complicated. If you just eat fruit, you get the amino acids. It's very efficient. Fruit's digested in like 2 or 3 hours. Super hydrating. Go look up fruitarian bodybuilders. You can get jacked just eating fruits. That's my path. You might have a different path. Lots of love to you, whatever you decide to do with that. But be really conscious about what you put into your body. And you don't have to be super strict. Maybe like 80-20 rule or 90-10. Super healthy 90% of the time. Maybe a bit more relaxed 10%. Physical body. Please do not drink tap water. Tap water is toxic and poisonous. Don't even cook with tap water. I don't even shower in tap water. I have a special filter. Please make sure that you are not getting fluoride into your body through your toothpaste or anything like that. There are lots of these traps in our society. They all change your DNA, they dampen your DNA, they shut down parts of your genes. A lot of people know about the third eye. It's called the Ajna Center. In some traditions, it gets literally calcified. Your pineal gland gets calcified. You can use sounds, binaural beats, to upgrade, to reactivate your energy centers. A lot of info. I hope it's received with love. I said we were going to go deep. Just going to tune in and ask if there's anything else to leave you with. Okay. When you remember who you are, who you truly are, you will never doubt your power. When you know, not just hoping, not just believing, but when you know that you are the oneness, that you are the energy that creates worlds, that is what you are made of, that flows through every cell of your body, that is what happens every time you breathe, that when you drink, you think you're drinking water, you're not drinking water, you're drinking pure energy, and that energy can transform you every time you eat, the sounds you listen to. You can transform your life so quickly when you remember who you are. And it will make this game that we live in so much more fun. This is a game, it's a movie, it's supposed to be enjoyed. If you haven't yet dived into your regression, here's what you'll learn when you start doing regression. And this is again just pure physics. Energy can never be created or destroyed, it can only be transferred. That means that the energy that you are has existed since the beginning of time. The metals in your blood, your spirit, it has existed since the beginning of time, and energy holds memories. So when you do the regressions, you can go and see all the things that you were before you were you. But remember, time doesn't really exist in that linear way, so all those aspects of you are existing right now. You can tap into them. You can do the quantum jumping that we teach in the Q-RIT process. You can do the future and past life regressions, jump into those different timelines. You can see what is possible for you multidimensionally. And when you remember your true multidimensional self, everything becomes so much more fun and amazing. So I hope you've enjoyed this. If I can help you on your mission in any way, if you've got any collaborations, I love doing podcasts, I love doing radio shows, I had my own TV show, like whatever it is, if you can help us get this message out about the quantum regression, if you can help us get this message out about the visionaries, tag, share, do what you need to do. I'll keep showing up, even on my birthday. There's nothing I would rather do than this. I'm absolutely buzzing. I love sharing and serving and supporting and helping. Maybe you do too. Maybe that's a part of what you're here to do. Join the Quantum Regression Tribe. There is a special offer on right now. If you're watching the replay, you might have missed it. It's a special birthday offer, so go click the link, grab it today. If you are watching this on the replay, still come and grab it. It's going to be amazing value, even if you don't get the birthday offer. And join the visionaries and shine your beautiful light so bright. You are amazing and I love you and I'm so excited. And if you feel like you're a part of our tribe, if you feel excited to come and join us in our communities, we want to build real physical communities where we can live together. That's a big part of the mission we'll be talking about in the visionaries, if that feels exciting. I could just talk forever. I literally run 5-day retreats where we talk for 5 days. So I'm going to end this video now. If you would like the 3-hour version of this, where I go super deep, I have this thing called the 4 quantum statements. If you would like that 3-hour DNA activation and quantum regression thing, type below DNA replay and I'll make sure to get that to you. Wishing you infinite love, joy, and abundance on your journey. It's my absolute pleasure to share this space with you.